Hello, Carol. You have to join the housewife luncheon this afternoon. I won't take no for an answer. Oh, hi, Helen. Okay, what I want, or shall I say demand that you do is to come over to my place right away. And I mean immediately. I want to demonstrate to you the difference between the wife of a regular employee and that of a chief manager. I'm sure you know where I live, right? I mean, everyone knows. It's common knowledge among us housewives. You know the place right in front of the station, right? The one with the doorman? You can't really miss it. Oh yes, and we're on top floor. Just ask the front desk guy. His name is James, nice fellow. He'll guide you right up, no problem. I'm pretty sure I explained to you the other day, but I work all day during the week, so that's impossible. I know you told me that the last time we met, but you must realize that it's unthinkable to refuse the leader of the housewives. Therefore, I demand that you come over here right away. I'm really sorry, Helen, but I'm on an urgent business trip at the moment in New York. Did you just say New York? You mean like New York City? Yes, that's right. New York City, the Big Apple, and what's more, but I won't be back until the day after tomorrow. Wait, pardon me? Am I really hearing you correctly? Dear God, it's as if you went on some sort of holiday without my permission. Everyone knows you need my permission to make such trips. I did make myself clear, right? I said I'm on a business trip right now in New York. But New York is a tourist destination. You know, the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty, that's where tourists go. So people don't go there for business. You really shouldn't use your business position to take a tourist vacation to the city. That is really a no-no. Tourist vacation? That's right, a tourist vacation. And besides, what's a penniless housewife like yourself taking a holiday anyways? Right. Hey, Helen, can I ask you a simple question? Do you know the difference between a business trip and a holiday? If not, I would urge you to Google it. I assure you, I'm not here in New York on vacation. You can even check with my office if you'd like. I really can't believe you would disobey me. I demand that you cancel that vacation right this minute and join our housewives' luncheon. I'm not fooling around here, Carol. I expect to see you here this afternoon on the dot. I'm really sorry. I have an important business meeting coming up. I really can't be bothered by all this. Pardon me? I really must be going, Helen. Goodbye. Carol, don't you dare hang up on me. We haven't concluded this conversation. I really can't believe that woman. Why does she have to be so difficult? Hello, Carol. A few days ago, you said that you work during the week, so you're not able to attend the housewives' luncheon, isn't that right? So I thought what you said and I decided to hold it on Saturday. What do you say? This Saturday? Well, I have to work in the morning, but I'm available in the afternoon. Oh, well, that's a bit of surprise. You seem quite compliant. I may be not able to attend every single luncheon, and I really don't want to keep refusing. It would not be fair to you, so I think I can make time to attend this Saturday. Well, that's so considerate of you, but you have 2 days off a week and all you can muster is a little time off Saturday afternoon? I can understand that you have work and all, but I suppose you don't have much money and you need to work as much as you can provide for your family. Yes, well, I can definitely sympathize with your plight. Yes, well, the client I'm currently dealing with has Sunday and Monday as their days off, so that's why people dealing with this client and the project we are setting up to have meeting on our days off sometimes. I see, but not really. I'm a simple housewife, so, I don't really know about such matters. As I recall, your husband is the sales manager for D Corporation, is that right? Oh, I see you did your homework. Yes, that's right. As a matter of fact, we've been doing business with your company for a little while now. Hold on a second. My husband's company does business with yours? Is that what you're saying? Really? Now that's good to hear. Okay, if that's the case, this changes everything. For the next luncheon, I really must organize an extravagant luncheon for you then. Right. I look forward to it. Hey, Carol, good morning. I take it you're headed over here now, am I right? Oh, hello, Helen. Yes, I just finished work, so I should be able to arrive there right about noon. Well, that's good to hear. I've prepared something special, so I hope you get here soon. This is going to be a wonderful luncheon. Oh my, Carol, are you seeing this? I can't believe that you suddenly left just because I accidentally spilled coffee on you. And anyhow, the coffee wasn't that hot. It's not as if you got burned or anything. Why are you so upset over a simple mistake? You're so touchy. I don't care what the temperature of the coffee was. What I'm pissed off about is you splashed that cup of coffee right in my face. That was no accident and everyone knows it. Still, it wasn't a big deal. You're overreacting way too much. Let's take a deep breath and talk like normal folks, why don't we? I realize that you're poor and that you have no time to think about relationship or friends, but when I started talking about how my husband is a successful businessman and that he concluded a major deal with a top corporation, that's when I looked over at you. You had this huge frown on your face. You looked furious. I realized that you're always going on off your business trips, so I figured you must be assigned to the marketing department of your company, right? I bet you were jealous that my husband was able to snag that big project, that isn't it? It's just so obvious. I know my husband is the top sales manager, but I really wish you wouldn't get so envious of my husband. It's really undignified if you ask me. Oh, I see. So to you, I looked like I was jealous of your husband's success. That's why I looked upset? You know what, Carol? You really wear your emotions on your sleeve. I could read you a mile away. Your envy lit up like a neon sign. I was so overwhelmed by that jealousy that, this may sound strange, but it scared me, and I instinctively threw my cup of coffee in your face. So it really was not my intention. It was that look on your face that did. Frankly speaking, I loathe people like you, Carol. Yeah, well, likewise. Just to reiterate one more time, you're saying that it was your husband that said the major project that our company concluded was all because of your husband's marketing and negotiation skills? Is that what you said? That's right. The project was concluded by the M Corporation, a multi-million-dollar corporation. Well, that is sort of strange if you ask me. Strange? How? What I'm saying is, I distinctively remember that the sales rep that always come to our office was much younger and was a woman. Excuse me? Your company? Are you saying? I doubt it. Are you an employee of M Corporation? Well, there are various problems that came up, so on Monday I wanted to discuss this matter with the person responsible for this project at our office. I really don't know what you're talking about. It all depends on the outcome of the discussion on Monday, but this entire business deal with your husband's company will probably be terminated. Wait, pardon me? Regarding this matter, like I said, We will discuss it with all involved and we will convey our conclusions directly to your husband's office.
Carol, what is this about? I mean, terminate? What are you saying?
Okay, I better go. Goodbye, Helen.
Carol, pick up! I want you to do something about this right now.
What is it? I'm in the middle of dinner. Can't this wait?
My husband says he's gonna divorce me.
Excuse me?
I had to invite you to that luncheon. As a result, my husband's company found out that he took credit for the big project with M Corporation. I was even reprimanded for spilling coffee on you, for God's sake.
What do you want me to say? This is a problem between husband and wife. It's none of my business. Work it out between you two if that's all.
It does concern you. You had to blab all about this to the company. What? Because of jealousy? This is important. I can't get divorced. No way that's happening. It's your fault. You do something about it.
Helen, are you even listening? This has nothing to do with me. Talk to your husband. You guys work it out.
It was everything to do with you. Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to know you were the president of M Corporation? I thought you were just a sales rep. And I had no idea that my husband took credit for the deal with your company. How was I supposed to know that? I took him at his word. He said he made a deal.
Well, even if you didn't know anything about this, the fact remains that your husband took credit for the deal and was set to get promoted.
Just talk to the people involved and reinstate that deal that was in place between M and D Corporation. Simple. My husband won't get promoted, but he'll survive, and our marriage survives. So please.
Oh, I forgot. The project hasn't been terminated.
Wait, really? That's great.
But there are conditions.
Conditions?
Yes. Your husband took all the credit for this project, but we want all that rescinded and all credit and promotion be given to the saleswoman who worked hard to get this project off the ground. I already put such a request at D Corporation.
But that would mean my husband would be demoted. No, he would get fired for this. I can't agree to that. Please take that back. Tell them it was all a mistake. I insist my husband run the project, please. What's the difference who runs the project? It's all the same.
You're not listening, Helen. I said I already sent the request to the head of the D Corporation. They are already aware of the details regarding this matter.
But you can't.
This is a business matter between two companies. This has nothing whatsoever to do with your personal problems. I hope you understand that, Helen.
Just because I spilled coffee on you, you didn't have to go this far and ruin our marriage.
Helen, you have this all wrong. I want to be perfectly clear. I didn't bring up the matter regarding whether to terminate this project just because you splashed me with coffee. That coffee incident and business matters, they are completely separate. This matter of your husband deceiving his co-workers and taking credit for the project in order to get promoted is a business matter that will be dealt with within the company. This is not a personal feud between you and me, Helen. Understand that. With regards to the unfortunate coffee incident, that's a personal matter and we'll deal with that some other time. One more time, let me reiterate. Personal matters are one thing and business another. I have no intention of mixing the two. Please don't get the two mixed up.
Carol, what is this? You're asking me to pay damages? Why me? What is this? Some kind of sick joke?
Good evening, Helen. Did you know that intentionally splashing hot coffee on someone is a crime? It is considered assault.
Hold on a second. What are you saying, Carol?
Oh, and all that trash talk about me, that I'm some penniless housewife, that I eat cheap junk food. You also spread all kinds of lies about how I was heavily in debt and I borrowed money from shady loan sharks. Oh, and here's the best one, that all my business trips are actually rendezvous with a boyfriend. Apparently, I was having an affair. Seems you were spreading such lies to all the other housewives and who probably spread it to their friends. I'm sure a lot of them believed, and to be honest, it is emotionally quite distressing, not only to me but to my husband and kids. That's what the damages are for.
This is going way too far, Carol. How am I supposed to pay for this? My husband will divorce me. I'm in no position to pay such a thing. Getting divorced is more than enough of a penalty. Do you want to make me suffer?
Helen, I told you I would take care of personal matters separately, right? Like I said 100 times, person matters are one thing and business another. If you don't agree to pay the compensation, my only remaining choice is to press charges.
I can't believe you, Carol. You're living in that tiny apartment, but in actuality you're a company president? What the hell is this all about? If I had known, I would never have made such a silly mistake.
I think you got this whole thing mixed up, Helen. If you're talking about that little apartment near my daughter's kindergarten, I bought that place to use as an office. You know, to do remote work when I didn't have time.
Excuse me? Remote work?
Yes, our company incorporated a system where employees could work remotely. But I didn't want to work at home, so I bought this place near my daughter's kindergarten. It was just more convenient. Our home is way over on the west side, in the Hillsdale neighborhood.
Hillsdale? That expensive neighborhood near the golf course?
Can we finish up here? I really have a lot to do today.
Pardon me?
I would rather that we communicate through my lawyer going forward. I really must get going. Goodbye, Helen.
Wait, don't go yet. We need to talk about this. To be honest, my husband is also demanding that I pay compensation to him. Please, I beg of you, please don't make me suffer even more. Carol! Carol, are you there? Please answer me.
A few days later, the full amount that I demanded was deposited into my account. I guess my lawyer called her and explained the whole thing to her, so she really had no choice about her husband demanding money from her, apparently. Helen was having an affair. I heard that the guy she was seeing was the father from a kindergarten. I probably know the guy. As for her husband, he was forced to resign. Helen obviously couldn't pay for all the damages that was thrust upon her, and ultimately, it was her folks that covered the costs. They weren't too happy about it, to say the least. Last I heard, she's working 2 jobs, day in, day out, to pay her debts. What's more, she apparently never worked a day in her life before. I later heard from one of the housewives that she received a line message from her complaining about the long and hard day she has to work. She was evidently sending all the housewives such messages on a regular basis. They got so tired of it that they blocked her from their line apps. Must have been quite an onslaught of messages.
Anthony, I will be hospitalized for 2 weeks.
You're going to be hospitalized?
It turned out that I have a fractured hip.
Was the injury that serious? I thought you just fell down the stairs in my parents' house.
Just fell down? It was a serious fall.
I guess. But you were just clumsy again. The stairs at my parents' house aren't that steep.
Aren't you supposed to worry about me?
I am worried. I'll come visit you in the hospital when I come back from my business trip.
Okay, so you'll be here in 3 days?
I think so.
Hey, there's something I want to tell you about the accident.
What is it?
You might not want to hear this, but your mother is the reason I fell down the stairs.
My mom is the reason? What do you mean?
I haven't told you about this, but your mother dislikes me. She's been harassing me since we got married.
What? But she invited you to their house and you visit her often. She invited you again this time, didn't she?
Yes, but every time she did, she would boss me around. She would also pick at me. She would say things like she doesn't accept me as your wife.
That's the reason you fell down the stairs?
I fell down the stairs because she handed me many pieces of luggage on the landing. She piled up so many pieces of luggage on my arms that I couldn't see anything in front of me. Then she told me to carry them downstairs and pushed me.
But it was just an accident.
What?
You said my mom pushed you. But she didn't push you that hard, did she?
No, but the thing is, I did fall down the stairs.
Even so, that's not a good enough reason to blame her. Are you saying that she pushed you intentionally?
I'm not sure about it, but she does dislike me.
Even if she did, she wouldn't push you down the stairs. She's my mom. Have a little trust in her. Plus, it's common for the mother-in-law to dislike a daughter-in-law.
I've been distressed about it. I was sad and miserable having been told hurtful things.
It hasn't been a year since we married. I'm sure you have disagreements. She was just nagging at you. That's not a good enough reason to blame her for you falling down the stairs.
She also kicked me before when I was cleaning.
She kicked you? Perhaps her leg just bumped against you. Her sight could have been blocked.
It didn't seem so. That's why I'm telling you about it.
You two seemed to be getting along well when we visited their house together. What happened?
It's partly my fault because I didn't speak out. But I didn't because I wanted your mother to accept me. I just wanted to get along with her. But after this accident, I realized that it will never happen.
Emma, why don't you try making a compromise?
I should make a compromise.
I know she's not the kind of person who would do such a thing behind my back. She's not the kind of person who would hold a grudge. She's rather the opposite. First of all, she's never said anything bad about you. I'm honestly shocked to hear you blame my mom for the accident.
I'm just telling you what happened.
Still, it's also your fault that you fell down the stairs.
It may be, but
See? You shouldn't put the blame on my mom.
you don't believe me.
It's not about if I believe you or not. I'm just telling you my opinion from my perspective. Do you have proof that my mom harassed you?
No, but
I thought so. I'll believe you if you show me proof. It's a matter of perception that you feel harassed. You're just taking things too personally. I don't want to believe you based on your one-sided story.
okay. I won't talk about this again.
It's okay, as long as you understood. She's my mother. I just want you to get along with her. Any family has in-law issues. You should learn to deal with it. It's an emergency. My mom got into an accident.
Seriously, is she okay?
Fortunately, the injury was not life-threatening, but she broke her arm. She'll need care at home for a while,
I see.
and I want you to care for her. She broke her good arm and has an injury on the other arm. She can't do things on her own. She'll have to leave the hospital in two days.
Wait, do you want me to take care of her?
I have work, you know? You are a stay-at-home wife, and you're fully recovered now, aren't you?
I am, but I don't want to take care of her.
What? Do you still believe that she pushed you down the stairs?
It's not just about her pushing me down the stairs. I told you I didn't want to go to your parents' house again. I don't want to experience anything like the accident again. It would be best for me and your mother to not see each other.
My mom came to our house and cooked for us when you couldn't do the chores. But you're not going to help her in return when she's injured? I don't remember any issues occurring for the past couple of months. Or did my mom harass you behind my back?
I never asked. She didn't harass me only because you told her. You told her everything. I can't believe you told her everything I said.
I told her everything to confirm the facts. Was that a problem?
She's been playing a perfect mother-in-law in front of you. Couldn't you imagine what would happen if you told her everything? That you would put me in jeopardy? No bully would answer yes when asked if they're a bully.
Are we still talking about this? Show me proof of harassment first.
You killed the opportunity for me to show you proof. At any rate, I'm not going to their house. You should take a paid leave if she needs care.
I hate to say something like this, but who do you think is putting a roof over your head? No son wants to hear someone say bad things about his own mother.
I didn't want to say things like this. But I shouldn't put my life in danger to keep the truth from you. I thought you would believe me. I gathered the courage to tell you everything.
Anyway, you will care for my mom. Fulfill your responsibility as my wife.
I don't care for someone who's been harassing me.
The decision is final. Care for her even if you don't want to. If you can't, I'll have to think about a divorce.
Do you want a divorce? Because I don't care for your mother?
It's not because of my mom. Don't blame her for everything. Maybe the truth is that you dislike my mom, not the other way around.
I'm so done. I will not care for your mother no matter what. I will not listen to you.
Emma, you're going to care for my mom. Her house the day after tomorrow. Emma, my mom called me. She told me you haven't gone to their house yet.
I told you I would never go to their house, remember? She must be fine on her own if she can use her phone. She's not hospitalized like I was.
I don't know if my mom harassed you or not, but just forget about it. I will seriously get a divorce if you don't go to care for her. I'm telling you, I will get a divorce right now.
Are you sure? Then let's get a divorce today.
What?
I've been thinking that a divorce would be the only solution. I already got the papers ready. I will sign the papers right now.
Hold on. Are we actually getting a divorce?
Yeah. You said you wanted a divorce too, didn't you? You said you'd do it right now.
I only said it because you weren't going to care for my mom.
I will never ever take care of your mother. So I'll get a divorce just like you said.
Are you serious right now?
I wouldn't get a divorce as a joke. Would you? You brought up a divorce because that's what you wanted.
I wasn't going to get a divorce if you would care for my mom.
I said I will not. Don't make me say the same thing over and over again.
Are you sure you want to get a divorce over such a trivial thing?
Wow, look who's talking. You brought up a divorce.
I did, but...
I don't consider it a trivial matter. Your mother has been harassing me since we got married, and I've endured it. I made every effort to get along with her. But things didn't change for the better, and I fell down the stairs and got injured. I gathered the courage to tell you about the harassment, but you didn't believe me. Not only that, but you also put a blame on me.
I didn't see my mom harassing you.
I'm fed up with your attitude of not taking me seriously. Your mother's harassment led me to think about a divorce. But you're ultimately the reason I want a divorce.
Hold on. We should rethink a divorce.
Why?
I can't wrap my head around this.
You're the one who wanted a divorce. It's too late now. I'm going to leave home.
No, wait. Let's talk it out when I get home. So please don't leave home.
No! I want a divorce. I came to the conclusion that I can't stay married to you anymore.
I'm sorry. I wasn't serious about getting a divorce. I just wanted you to care for my mom.
You thought you could control me if you brought up a divorce? You thought I would do anything you tell me because I'm a stay-at-home housewife living off your salary?
I didn't mean to.
You didn't mean to what? That's exactly why you brought up a divorce. I'm not your slave or your mother's. I don't want to be forced to do anything against my will or put up with a crappy marriage. I didn't get married to be provided for by you.
My words came off the wrong way. I'm sorry.
That's not the point. That's not the point. I told you about being pushed down the stairs and being harassed. But you never took me seriously and assumed that I was overthinking. You told your mother everything I said without understanding our relationship. You're the worst husband for me.
I was inconsiderate.
You weren't inconsiderate. You knew what was going on and still decided to ignore it. Your mother didn't say mean things to me, obviously, when you were around. But she served me a different meal than the rest of you every time we went to their house. Whenever she'd bring a gift, she'd only give it to you. Don't act like you don't know these things.
I thought she just favored me because I'm her son.
Would you still think so if you were in my place? If you went to my parents' house and all of us were eating a nice steak, but they only served you soup and bread. Feel miserable?
I'm sorry. But I thought every family had some in-law issues.
So was I supposed to just endure it? Even if I was pushed down the stairs? Oh, right. You assumed that I just fell down the stairs by myself because I don't have a proof. That's what you believe.
Emma, I'm sorry. I'll pay more attention from now on. I won't ask you to care for my mom. It was all my fault. Please forgive me.
I can't. I was hurt being harassed by your mother, but what hurt me even more was your attitude when I told you about it. I realized that you're not the person I can depend on when I need help.
I'm so sorry. I thought things would get better in time.
So you were going to make me suffer until your mother dies? I'm so happy I decided to get a divorce. I'm truly happy with my decision now. I've been frustrated since I was hospitalized.
Emma, I don't want to get a divorce over something like this. I admit that I didn't handle the issues well, but my mom's harassment started all this. You never have to see her again. So please, rethink your decision.
It's not your mother's fault. Did you even read my texts? Your mother's harassment led me to think about a divorce. But you're the reason I want a divorce. Don't get me wrong.
I'm really sorry. Please don't get a divorce from me. I apologize for hurting you. You can have your way from now on.
I don't want a mother-in-law who harasses me. I definitely don't want a husband who takes her side. You were forcing me to care for my mother-in-law who harasses me. You threatened me by bringing up a divorce. I never want to start over with a scumbag like you.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you, Emma. I love you from the bottom of my heart.
You don't love me. You proved it by telling me hurtful things.
No! I love you more than anything and anyone in the whole world. Please believe me.
How do you expect me to believe you? You don't have a proof. Will you show me proof if there's any? My ex-husband and I discussed it for over a month and finally came to the agreement to get a divorce. I couldn't demand him compensation as he didn't cheat on me or anything. But I received an adequate amount of property as part of the divorce settlement and do not regret my decision. What makes me happier is that I have nothing to do with him and his mother now. Word on the street is that the relationship between him and his mother has worsened since the divorce. His mother blamed him for not having an eye for women. He blamed his mother for the divorce. I will never forgive his mother for harassing me. But what was more unforgivable to me was his attitude. He will keep making the same mistake again until he realizes his problems. I've been staying at my parents' house after the divorce and taking the time to heal my wounds. Having said that, I can't dwell in the past forever, so I started looking for a job. I still feel annoyed whenever I think about him and his mother. But I won't let them get in my way. That's what I believe is the best revenge against them.